Эй, ты!
Show me your wares.
There isn't much choice, I'm afraid.
Как дела?
Дерьмово! Вон, посмотри на мой дом. Я еле-еле привел его в порядок.
А что с ним было не так?
Представляешь? Какая-то подлая тварь устроила в нем погром. Всю мебель к чертям изломала. Даже сундук расколола пополам и сожрала все его содержимое. А он ведь работает Торбена. Все стены, весь пол тиной с грязью облепила. Тухлой рыбой несло вообще от всего. Вонь стояла, что аж до сих пор глаза режет.
А на что тебе тогда эти два амбала с топорами, что трутся рядом с твоей хижиной?
Они говорят, что никого не видели. Болваны чертовы. И потом еще смеют деньги у меня клянчить. Гоблинский хвост им а не золото. Готов поспорить. Нажрались шнапсу, как обычно, и завалились спать, боровы проклятые. Кстати, мне до сих пор кажется, что эта тварь где-то рядом шастает. Сам бы ее прихлопнул. Но после той истории с бандитами у меня что-то сильно нога разболелась. Подсобишь? Прикончи эту гадину, а я уж за ценой не постою.
Ладно, если она вдруг попадется мне на глаза, так уж и быть, убью ее для тебя.
Это же надо так было. Сундук и пополам. Кошмар.
Как дела?
Пока все нормально. Если что-то вдруг произойдет, я дам тебе знать.
This here is your hut?
Yes. Why? Anything wrong with it?
Don't you have any problems with the mercenaries?
As long as I don't interfere with their business, they'll leave me alone too. Moreover, they're good customers, and I pay them to keep an eye on my house when I'm not home.
По поводу торговой гильдии.
Хорошо. Ты помог мне, а я помогу тебе.
Что мне надо делать?
Тебе ровным счетом ничего. Я сам обо всем позабочусь. Напишу для тебя рекомендательное письмо одному моему другу. Он очень влиятельное лицо в городе. И кроме того, нынешний мастер гильдии торговцев. Просто так он тебя и слушать не станет. А с моим письмом другое дело.
И что я ему скажу?
Ничего особенного тебе говорить не надо. Он сам все прочтет в этом письме. И уж поверь, я напишу так, что у него не будет ни одной причины не принять тебя в гильдию.
Ну хорошо, тогда пиши свое письмо.
Вот, возьми его и отнеси господину Лютера.
Лютера?
Да, ты наверняка уже знаком с ним, и тебе не составит труда найти его.
Хорошо.
What do we have here? Don't I know you from somewhere?
If you say so. I'm on my way to see the landowner.
Indeed. You don't look all that dangerous to me.
Want to find out?
Oh my. I picked on the wrong fella, didn't I?
You could say so.
And come on. Show me what you've got.
Not bad.
Well, we'll see the next time. All right, you're the better fighter. What do you want?
I want to join the mercenaries.
Anyone who can whack as hard as you shouldn't have too much trouble around here. My vote doesn't count much, since I haven't been here for long. But when Lee asks me, I'll vote for you.
Lee is the leader of the mercenaries, isn't he?
Right. Hey, now I remember where I know you from. You were in the colony, too.
Ай, так было.
I didn't see you when the Big Bang happened. Not for a while before that, either.
I had other problems.
You've missed out on quite a lot, then. Things have changed since we were in the Slammer together.
What became of the mercenaries in the colony?
Once the barrier was gone, Lee let us out of the colony. He said that nothing could happen to us if we all stuck together. And he was right.
Вскоре мы нашли здесь себе тепленькое местечко. Онор платит нам, чтобы мы не пускали ополчение из города.
And most of us would have volunteered to do that even without pay. But Onar feeds us all. And we can bide our time until we see a good opportunity to get away from this blasted island.
I want to find out more about the mercenaries in this region.
I can't tell you much about this region. You'd better ask the farmers. And as for us mercenaries, we have a very simple rule. If you can stand your ground, you're in. I think you're made of the right stuff to be one of us. But you shouldn't let it get to your head that you lucked out during our last fight. There are plenty of guys on the farm who are quite a bit better than I am. Sentenza, for one. He guards the entry to the farm. Whatever you do, don't pick a fight with him.
What about this Sentenza?
He'll try to squeeze some gold out of you when you come to the farm. He does that to all newcomers. And if I were you, I'd pay up. That's what I did back then. And the good thing was that he voted for me afterwards. One good turn deserves another, he said. I lost all my gold in the bargain, but it wasn't much to begin with. And I was glad of it in the end. I once watched him beat up a fellow who had decided not to pay him.
Thanks for the hint.
Indeed. Could it be worth anything to you?
Here you are, 5 gold pieces.
Thanks, man. Looks like I can take a few tonight after all. I won't forget this.
So where are we headed then?
Are you the foreman here?
I'll give you one upside the head, you rascal. If you want to go ambling across my land, you'll pay me 5 gold coins, or you're in for a good thrashing.
Forget it. You won't get anything from me.
Then I'm afraid I'm gonna have to tan your hide.
Come on and try it then.
Well, in that case...
Дерьма кусок.
Don't you try that again.
So, still got that big mouth?
Don't beat me, please! I'll even go back to work, okay?
Грязно!
А чё?
Ну-ка.
Нет, ты абсолютно...
Что ж,
Может,
Dirty thief, just you wait.
грязно! Ну-ка.
само...
Well, kiddo?
That's no way for a farmhand to talk to me. Just how often do I have to remind you?
I'm not a field hand.
And what do you want here? We have nothing, so you can just leave right now.
Эй, ты!
There's this guy who demands a toll from every passerby, claiming he's the farmer.
Yes, I know. That's Bronco. He does whatever he wants. Not that I haven't pounded it into him 1,000 times that he should finally get back to work.
But
He just doesn't do it. My father's quite annoyed with me that I still haven't managed to persuade him to go back to work.
maybe I can help you.
Do you mean that? Okay, listen. If you can get Bronco to go back to work, I'll pay you, shall we say, 10 gold pieces? What do you say?
All right, I'll see what I can do.
But hurry up about it.
Эй!
So, still got that?
Don't be...
Hello, beautiful maid.
Stop trying to sweet-talk me, boy. And tell me what you want. I'm busy.
How's the field work coming?
Look at these huge fields we have to work. And you know how we're doing. Are you looking for farm work?
Maybe.
In that case, you should go and see our farmer Suuup, the old slave driver. Maybe he's got something for you. Of course. You could also try Owner's farm at the end of the long road. But beware of the mercenaries. They don't take to strangers.
Say, the nasty fellow over there.
That's Bronco. What about him?
Is that your farmer?
Is that what he told you? Suuup is our farmer. Bronco is nothing but a layabout and a good-for-nothing, but strong as an ox. That's why nobody says anything when he doesn't work. The only people who could get him to work are the mercenaries. He's afraid of them.
And apart from that?
I'm busy.
Эй, ты!
How's it going?
You're not one of us, huh? I'd get out of here if I were you.
Why?
This wasn't a paradise before, but at least we were left in peace as long as we did our work for Suuup. But lately it's become unbearable. Bandits are everywhere, field raiders destroy the entire harvest, and the landowner is getting to be pretty brutal.
Are you afraid of the landowner then?
You bet. If the landowner doesn't like people's faces, he sends his mercenaries after him, and that's the last you see of them. So we prefer to keep our mouths closed.
Shouldn't the mercenaries take care of the field raiders?
I don't know what they're being paid for, but certainly not to help us common people. The field raider problem is left to the small farmers who rent the fields from him.
How do you protect yourselves against the bandits?
We don't. We run away. What else?
Keep your chin up.
That's not so easy if you're working for Suuup, the slave driver.
Ах ты вот.
Ну-ка.
Ладно.
Само...
How are things?
Ah, a new face here on the farm. Has the old skinflint finally granted me an apprentice?
I'm not an apprentice.
Oh, I see. I'm not as young as I used to be, you know, and I've been waiting for a replacement for years. You aren't here because the neighbors are annoyed, are you?
Have you seen any bandits passing through here?
I certainly have. They passed along the edge of the field near Suup's farm and entered the forest to the north. If my eyes didn't deceive me, they were also dragging a young woman along to the forest. I really hope they left her alone. Well, I'm just glad they stayed away from our farm.
What's the work you do here?
Oh, I guard the sheep, and I've been doing that for as long as I can remember. The animals are very loyal and very smart, you see. If you treat them well, they'll follow you for a lifetime.
What's the trouble with your neighbors?
The grass on this side of the big field is always so stunted and dry, so I mostly go to the big pastures of the other farmers.
Anar не возражает. Но Бенгар, фермер, владеющий высокогорными пастбищами, каждый раз орет как резанный, когда видит моих овец там.
He says Suuup should pay if I take his animals onto Bengar's pasture, but Suuup won't spend a measly coin for that, so I can't go up onto the plateau anymore.
Maybe I should talk to Bengar.
You do that for me? What will you tell him? I mean, I don't want any trouble, you hear?
We'll see about that. Where can I find the high pastures in Bengar's farm?
Follow this path and cross the big crossroad. If you stick to the right, you'll see a big outcropping of rock. Behind that, to the right, are the high pastures and the pass.
Everything else all right?
Oh, I can't complain. Thanks for asking.
Hey!
I need to talk to your father.
He hasn't got time, but I'm his deputy. What can I help you with?
By introducing me to your father.
You're a real tough guy and a good fighter, huh?
The best.
I think maybe I better get him then.
Never mind, boy. I'll find him, I'm sure.
If you say so.
Hey!
Bronco's back at work.
Really? That's terrific.
Yeah, and now I want my cash.
Well, business is business, right?
Hey!
So what do you do when you're not busy playing ruler of the farm?
Stand guard. The filthy militiamen from the city are coming onto our land more and more often and stealing everything they can get their hands on. Only last week the bastards were here, and they took some of our sheep. If I could get my hands on one of them, I'd make short work of him.
But of course. Why don't the mercenaries help you against the militia?
Before they even turn up, I've already driven them off.
Я иду спать.
Everything all right with you?
Well, it's so-so. My back hurts from all this hard labor. What are you doing here? I don't get visitors here all that often. Usually it's either some cutthroats from the mountains or those horrible malicious soldiers from the city. They've been raiding our farm rather frequently lately, but you don't look like you're one of them, or are you?
What are you doing here?
I've been asking myself that for several years. Suuup, my husband, has fallen out with everyone in the area by now. He's in debt everywhere, and so he steals goods from Onar's stocks and sells them in town. By now, he's accumulated a fortune with his underhanded dealings, and he works our field hands until their backs break. His own people call him nothing but slave driver these days. I'm not particularly proud to call myself the wife of Suuup. Believe me, sometimes I wish the barrier were still in place. Would you like to buy something to eat? Or perhaps something for hunting in the forest?
Why did the militia attack you on your farms here?
Because there's nobody there to prevent them from simply plundering our farms instead of buying our goods. The king is far away, and we just have to put up with working for Onar and hoping that Onar will send help when we really need it.
What does Onar's help look like?
Sometimes we receive warning in advance when some militiamen are planning to pay us a visit on their own account to rob us. Then we send somebody to the old landowner to ask him for help. And then usually, it doesn't take long for the mercenaries he pays to come here and chase off the militia. But when all is said and done, the mercenaries aren't much better.
Barrier?
Well, it's the dome that used to enclose the old Valley of Mines. Many of the farmers and workers who committed a crime back then were simply tossed in there, and they never came back.
Have you ever been at the barrier?
No, we only heard about it. Bengar, the farmer on the high pastures, can surely tell you more about that. His farm is quite close to the pass which leads to the Valley of Mines.
How can I get to Bengar's farm?
Go ask Balthazar. He's our shepherd. He sometimes leads his animals to graze on Bengar's pastures up there. He'll be able to tell you how to get there.
What can you offer me?
What do you want?
Keep your chin up.
Take care of yourself and don't let them get to you.
What are you doing on my land? There's nothing here to steal. Clear off.
Isn't there a piece of land in this blasted country that doesn't belong to anyone?
Go to work. Then maybe someday you can call a piece of land your own. But until then, kindly loaf around somewhere else.
Listen.
I don't have any work for you at the moment. Now go.
А вот и ферма Анара.
That's what I've always said.
Эй, ты!
Nice lighthouse you've got here.
Thank you. Just walk on all the way up the stairs and take in the beautiful view, me lad. Make yourself at home.
О чем ты задумался?
Я подумал о том, что сейчас было бы неплохо выкурить добрую трубку табака.
Так в чем же дело?
В том, что у меня ее нет. Моя старая трубка уже давно осыпалась. А достать новую тут проблематично. Особенно сейчас, когда с материка перестали приплывать корабли с торговцами.
А чем тебя не устроит косяк из болотника?
Кури эту гадость сам. А я привык к хорошему табаку и трубке. Курил ее в своих странствиях по морям. И на суше всегда хранил ей верность. К тому же, в холодную ветреную погоду трубка согревала мне лицо, когда я стоял наверху маяка. А твой косяк вряд ли для этого сгодится.
Ну, если так, тогда я могу поискать ее для тебя.
О, спасибо, приятель. Сделай одолжение старику. А я тебя за это щедро отблагодарю.
нравится? Ну как, нравится?
Интересно. Интересно. Неинтересно. Хорошо.
Ну как, нравится? Сдохни, сдохни!
Невозможно. Невозможно. Эй!
Teach me.
Good.
Невозможно. Подожди минутку. Эй! Пока...
Here, I found your crossbow.
Indeed, this is mine. Don't tell me you were up by the stone circle.
Most certainly.
That was pretty reckless of you, but thanks anyway.
Охотник в наше время не пример состоятельности, и я даже не знаю, чем тебя отблагодарить. Хотя, вот, возьми эту старую книгу. Надеюсь, ты что-то почерпнешь из нее. Я почерпнул многое.
Can you teach me something?
If you can pay. Like I said, at the moment I'm a bit strapped for cash.
How much do you want?
150 gold pieces.
По рукам. Покажи, как нужно с ним обращаться.
Good. As far as I'm concerned, we can begin immediately.
Покажи мне, как стрелять. Ничего нового. Невозможно. У меня...
Отлично.
Эй, ты! Можешь ли...
Что? Да.